And a former DeKalb County superintendent arrested after being accused of choking his wife in front of their child. And tonight, why she's now asking the judge to let him return home. Thanks for joining us on the ATL and streaming on 11 Alive Plus. I'm Ron Jones. First, tonight at 6, a judge granting bond for the former DeKalb County school superintendent with several special conditions. Prosecutors say that Devon Horton grabbed his wife by the neck during an argument over the weekend, choking her in front of their 5-year-old child. 11 Alive's Grace King joins us live from the DeKalb County Jail, where Horton is now being held. So, Grace, you heard from Horton's attorney and his wife. What are they saying tonight?
Well, his wife said he's had a stressful few months after a federal indictment for wire fraud and embezzlement forced him to resign from his role as the DeKalb County school superintendent. She said Saturday's behavior was very uncharacteristic and that she thinks it's just all the stress bubbling to the surface.
He's not a violent person. I just feel like he is under a lot of stress, and I would just be so thankful if you would grant him bond.
On Monday, Devon Horton's wife asked the judge to let her husband come home.
Even in the moment that things were escalating, I was never fearful for my life. My children were never in danger.
Arrest warrants allege Horton's 5-year-old saw his dad choke his mom and push her towards a wall. The wife had no visible injuries, but told authorities she felt like she would faint.
And whenever you're talking about allegations of putting your hands around someone's neck, that offers a lot of concern. It does not take much pressure before something worse can happen.
Magistrate Court Judge Jarek Johnson Gage factored that concern into his decision. He granted Horton a $25,000 bond, but with a no physical contact provision.
A victim can say, I don't want to move forward, I don't want to press charges, I want this whole thing thrown out, but that's not dispositive.
Criminal defense attorney Devin Rafis, who isn't involved in this case, says the judge has to decide whether possible risks outweigh the victim's wishes. Prosecutors, not the wife, will decide whether the case moves forward.
It's ultimately up to the DA's office, the prosecutors, on whether or not they want to move forward or if they want to sort of grant the victim's wishes and just dismiss the case.
And I spoke with Horton's attorney after court today. He told me Horton does intend to post bond, but we're not sure when, out of respect and privacy for his client. Now, it's important to point out that this bond, these special conditions, only apply to Horton's wife and not his kids. He still can see his kids in person. Live in DeKalb County, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
Okay, Grace, thanks a lot for the update. By the way, Horton's next federal court date is now set for February 5th. Now, in early October, federal prosecutors in Chicago indicted Horton for his alleged involvement in a kickback scheme defrauding a northern Illinois school district that he ran up until 2023. Dr. Devon Horton is accused of approving fake invoices, according to this complaint, and taking payments from companies linked to friends in exchange for school contracts worth thousands of dollars. Now, right now, DeKalb County Schools is now searching for Horton's replacement. Dr. Norman Sauce is the interim superintendent. The district is now going to be holding forward to gather forms for parents to ask questions or their plans or learn a lot more about their plans. So the next one is going to be Thursday at Cross Keys High School.